For 30 years, I was a senior pastor. Church was everything to me. Ministry was everything. It's what I did. It's who I was. That's how I defined myself. Preaching, helping others, this was my life. But the entire time, for 30 years, I had another life, a secret life, a double life. I was a sex addict. I wanted to stop, and I did stop. Hundreds of times I stopped, but I couldn't stay stopped. I must have prayed a million times, God, take this away from me, remove this compulsion, take away this addiction. But I wasn't ready to commit myself fully to the real process of recovery. And it was killing me, and it was killing my family.
I was 17 and Mark was 19 when we met. He was different from anyone I had ever dated. He was totally committed to honoring God in every area, including a life of ministry and remaining pure, remaining a virgin until marriage. I thought I'd found my knight in shining armor to spend my life with. Less than a year into our marriage, I began to see some signs that maybe things weren't quite right. That was the beginning of a 30-year struggle. Any suspicions I had, he would just explain away, but I was always looking for proof that I wasn't imagining these things, that I wasn't crazy. I struggled with feeling unattractive. I thought if I just looked better, if I was a better wife, then I would be enough for him. Each morning I would get up and I would exercise and I would read my Bible and I would pray that God would make him a better husband, but it never changed. I felt sure that if I prayed enough, it would make a difference, but I felt so alone. Who could I talk to? Who could I even tell that this loving, caring pastor struggled with these issues? Oh, there were times of extreme depression, but mostly I just focused on being the best mother and the best pastor's wife I could be. I strived to appear to everybody else, to have this perfect family that I wanted us to have. I had no idea of the depth of the problem.
And then one Sunday, the inevitable happened. I was discovered. I went to church, I left my phone behind, and she saw my phone and something on it that there was no way I could possibly defend.
At that time, Mark confessed that he was a sex addict and had been our entire marriage. The depth of pain that I felt then was beyond description. Was my whole marriage a lie? Was there any hope for us?
Well, there was hope, but not until I got serious about recovery. I got into 12-step groups, I started therapy, I did a full disclosure, I told Beth everything. It was extremely painful for me and her, but for the very first time, I could say that I was really totally honest.
As difficult as that was, finally knowing the truth though and seeing his brokenness and transparency gave me my first glimpse of hope.
Life was really good. I was in recovery, ministry was going well, our marriage was good. But then one day my past was discovered by someone at church. I had to resign my position at the church, and now my life kind of spiraled out of control professionally. I didn't know what I was going to do, but we knew that God was in control and that somehow still, because we were in recovery, there was still hope.
Life as we knew it was over, but our life wasn't over. We may have lost it all, but it was worth it to finally be on the path of healing. That to me was priceless.
There's a passage in the Bible that came to mean something to me that I'd never really caught before. The story of Lazarus. Jesus said that this will not end in death. He still died, but his story didn't end there. For us, my ministry, the life that I knew before had died, but it didn't end there. We moved to Florida to be near our family. God called us to try to help others that struggled with the same issues that I struggled with. And so we decided to let our problem become our platform so we could help others.
Our marriage is better than ever now, and I'm so excited about the future. I really do believe that the rest of our lives will be the best of our lives.
We know God's in total control, and so we have committed our lives, the rest of our lives, to help others that struggle with sex addiction and for their spouses to understand that there truly is still hope.